stay focused. Don't listen to nobody. Don't listen to nobody, homie. What's on your mind, just do it. Because what's destined for you, you gonna get it.
What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to WIZLAND with Wiz. Happy to be with you guys today. So you already read the title of the video, so you know what the video is going to be about. How to get ahead against your competition. And to be honest, when I started doing this, the game changed for me. And it's not me trying to hype it up. It's just a simple math thing, which is the more you work, the more quicker you're going to be able to get to whatever desired destination you have. In regards to you getting better, in regards to your business getting ahead and things of that nature, when you start working weekends, and when I started working weekends, that's when I started noticing my confidence going up. That's when I started noticing my commitment to my work going up, increasing, and that's when I started noticing that everything around me was starting to change. Because for the most part, our society doesn't do that. We are used to, and we're kind of programmed to be productive only 5 days out of the week. For whatever reason, for whoever knows for how long, but since birth, we are accustomed to only go to school Monday to Friday. Saturday, Sunday, we have it off. Work the same way. We live in a system where we have 8 hours that we have to commit to these certain things, and after that, quote unquote, you're allowed to do whatever you want. But a lot of people use that time to just chill off or just kind of get back together after the fact that they just spent 8 hours doing something. The thing is that 24 hours, I do believe, is more than enough time for anyone and everyone to achieve whatever it is that they desire in life. And it's not going to happen overnight. But as long as you understand that it won't happen overnight, you're going to be able to win at some level. And that's what you have to understand. For me, when I started working weekends, I started comparing myself against other people that are in the same industry that I'm trying to be a part of, which is the art industry. Not particularly in a niche like an abstract artist or a comic artist or anything like that, but more so of just an artist. I want to be able to create abstract, comic, fine art, anything. Anything that I want to do, I want to do it. Horror art. But when I started noticing that the people around me, or my peers, quote unquote, people that are trying to do the same thing that I'm doing, don't work weekends, that was just a win for me. It was a win for me emotionally, because it kind of cemented in my brain that I'm doing what I need to do, just to keep doing what I'm doing. I don't need approval from anyone. I don't need anyone's kind of validation, because I can prove the things that I've done over the last 2 years. And prior to that, and that's the big difference, So when we're young, we have dreams, and some of us understand that dreams are just dreams, and without action, they're going to stay dreams. But the most of us don't understand that. For me, I can consider myself a very late bloomer, because I've always had the dreams, but I never had the dedication. I never had the focus. I never had the commitment that a goal needs. However big or however small the goal is, you always need those 3 things in order for you to achieve that goal. Sometimes that goal is going to be kind of a journey. It's going to take you through things and hoops and valleys and mountains, and it's going to take you to all type of stuff until you eventually either get there, or at least you're going to get close enough to see where your destination is. So the thing is that when we start, and the main reason I wanted to share this video today is because we don't think of life like a game. But when you're trying to attain things, you should think of it as a game. just like Monopoly, just like GTA, just like any game, submersive game where you're first person, or even Sims. Obviously in those games it's easier because it's just a game. If you lose, nothing really happens, you just lose. But if you lose in life, you get emotional damage, you actually lose real money. People might talk about you, so you might feel that pressure, that social pressure. You might feel all different things, but the thing is, it's still a game. It's on you to understand how to play the game. It's on you to understand the rules of the game. It's on you to understand that if you do certain things, you will die, and you will not get you won't get spawned. You won't get replays. You're done. So you only have one chance in this life, and that's one of the main things that I found for myself, that once I started working weekends, everything around me started changing. Why? Because I was no longer stressed from traffic. And more so if you live in a big city where it's very much packed, like Los Angeles, maybe like Atlanta, maybe like New York. Obviously here in Houston, we're packed. Like, it's gotten even worse with after COVID. So the truth is that you have to understand that when you do what everyone else is doing, and there's nothing wrong with it, and don't get me wrong, I don't believe that it's something wrong. Not everyone can become successful. Not everyone wants to become successful. Not everyone wants to be a millionaire. As long as you're happy with whatever you're doing, perfect. That's good. You're set. But people that want more, that want to become successful, that want to successful to a point where they want more out of life. They want to be able to travel. They want to have financial freedom. They want to help a community, whatever the case might be. You have to find ways to get better. You have to find ways that you can beat your opponent. And that's the best way that you can do this, by working weekends. And by working weekends, I don't mean fucking just go crazy. I'm not saying work 15, 16 hours on a weekend. I usually work 8 hours, 8 to 10 hours. And then the rest of the day is good for me. When I work weekends, I work 8 to 10 hours, and then I do whatever I need to do with my business, because it's like I'm putting double time. So I usually, I'm not gonna lie, now that I'm thinking about it, it's like maybe 15 to 16 hours on a weekend. But you have to think also, I usually become available maybe around 8, and from 8 to the next day I'm available. So those 4 hours, you can do whatever the hell you want, and it's still 4 hours. You can chill, you can watch TV, you can chill with your significant other. If you have kids, you can play with your kids. And also the good thing is that you have to, one of the main things that I'm gonna give you as a tip, because I know it might not be fitting for everyone, but if you have children, and I know you want to spend time with your kids, and you should spend time for your kids, but you should use that as a motivation to get out of the regular 8 to 5. Why? Because the regular 8 to 5 is going to keep you for a very long time, and then if you have to fight traffic, you have to put in there the time that you're traveling. So you basically committed half the day just to your job. And then maybe you see your kids in the evening, maybe you see your kids later on the day, and then you spend time with them, but then you didn't do nothing for yourself, because by the time you get to what you need to do for you, you're exhausted. And it's only a very limited amount of people that are able to do everything. And I think that's where most of our society struggles with. Time management is not a thing that it gets taught in school. So there's another thing that you would have to kind of learn how to do for yourself. And you have to learn with time, man. Like for me, I want to stay in this topic of working weekends, because I think it's one of the most important ones, and eventually I will do it like a full maybe 7 to 10 things that I learned that will get you that will put you in a better place than your opposition. But this one, it was just solely about working weekends and being productive in the weekend, not just letting it be another day, or of you just chilling or using the entire day for you to watch Netflix, binge on Netflix, binge on movies, eat ice cream, just go on dates, or just go out with your spouse or whatever the case is. It's not for that. You know, weekends should also be respected as a regular day, not because it's a must, but if you're trying to become better, the people that are at the top are working weekends. If you look at everyone else, like if you look at people that have businesses, that business that is open, someone that owns that business is a business owner and is working that day. So you have to understand that if something is open, like the mall, like all those stores in the mall, those people are working weekends, and more than likely they work throughout the week too. So you have to start thinking and understanding what this life is. That's one of the main concepts that you should be applying to your life if you're trying to become better. More so if you're single. If you're single and you're trying to become successful and you're not, if you're not successful yet, you're single and you're trying to become successful, and you're not working weekends, you're wasting a lot of opportunity. And that's one of my biggest regrets. Not saying that the weekends that I had weren't fun, but that was one of my biggest regrets when I was younger, when I was in my teens, late teens and early 20s, where I would just, from Thursday all the way till Sunday, I would go out and drink, clubs, bars, parties, and spending money on beer, spending money on food, spending money on alcohol. Like, it's not productive. If I could get that time back, I would get it back, but obviously you can't, so I can't really think about it. It is what it is, but I definitely learned that. And the thing is for you to learn from those mistakes and don't do those mistakes again in the future or in your present. And if you're watching the video and you're one of those people that knows that you want more, but you're not committing yourself to disciplining yourself to stay working or doing extra work on weekends, then you're leaving a big opportunity on the table. So if you made it to the end of the video, I really appreciate you watching the video. Welcome to the channel. If you enjoyed it, leave a comment in the comment section, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Peace.